A friend of mine was a missionary in Thailand, and she said starting with John 3:16 is the worst place to go if you're talking to a Buddhist, because when you say God so loved the world, they're like, "Ooh, what kind of God loves things? Like things
Exactly.
are things are yucky, and like love is ephemeral. And when they think of love, they think of kind of like, teenagers kind of like, being infatuated with each other, or with like soap opera sort of love.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
they would say that's the reverse of what God should be, and yet that's one of the defining characteristics of the God of the Old and New Testament, the God
yeah,
who abounds in love for
yeah, yeah.
generations.
One of the central statements in the New Testament is from Galatians chapter 2, where Paul says that the Son of God loved me and gave himself for me. That kind of grabs me by the chest or the throat every time, and it kind of brings everything into focus. And Paul doesn't mean that, well, Peter or James or John, he doesn't love you in the same way. Of course he does. But making it personal reminds me, oh my goodness, this is part of the definition of who I am. You know, Descartes' famous saying, "Cogito ergo sum," I think, therefore I am, and the spoof modernist one, which is Tesco ergo sum, I shop, therefore I am. We have a supermarket chain called Tesco's, but actually the real New Testament thing is amor ergo sum. I am loved, therefore I am. There's a kind of sigh of relief about that.